Hi everyone, this is Small Cap Value Investor, and in this video I'm going to be sharing a little due diligence on Arax Holding Corporation and its merger with Core Group. So a quick summary of what I'll be going over is the custodianship that led to the takeover of the shell, the sell of the shell, two different interviews where Core Group announces it's going public. These are just snippets of YouTube videos that I took. You can watch the full YouTube videos, and the link will be in the description for both of those. Also, a little quick valuation and what I'm looking forward for. Okay, so the first screenshot that I'm sharing here is the appointment of Mr. Laser as the chairman and CEO of the company. And the following screenshot here is the sale of the shell from Mr. Laser and Custodian Ventures to the new buyers. Now the new buyers have a few companies. They don't specify which company was purchasing this shell specifically, and it leaves a lot of questions, but by doing some backwards investigating, you'll see in the next two videos that one of the companies that is listed here, Core Group, has announced in two separate different interviews that I have snippets of that they are going public. So there's a very good reason to believe that if you take those hints and put them together, that the purchase of this shell was for the purpose of taking Core Group public.
Douglas, I mean, you guys are taking the company public, from what I understand, and this is a big deal as well. So taking this company public, and Oki, do you want to introduce Douglas here and you explain why this would benefit your shareholders and how this could benefit your shareholders?
Yeah, sure. I would say Doug is a longtime friend. We met in Romania at a very interesting conference about 2 years or more ago. And Doug's been following us, and we did a few things. And I can say that Doug gave us already many good advices, and given his background. So maybe, Doug, you can maybe tell a little bit about your background and maybe what is the reason why you advised us to go public.
Good to see you, Clayton. Yeah, so I met Core about 3 or 4 years ago at a blockchain summit that I was invited to be a guest speaker at in Bucharest, Romania, of all places. But it was the largest blockchain summit in Europe ever at that time. And they were keynote speakers in this summit. And I tried to start grasping their technology then, and then it just kind of hit me. My God, they're going to revolutionize, not evolution, revolution, connectivity and transactions. And when I say connectivity, very soon, I would say probably within a year or so, because of their technology, you're going to log in for connectivity for the last time.
Our board, but the first step that we are going to do is actually taking the company public on the New York, or not the New York, but let's say the United States Stock Exchange. And the reason why we're doing that is because we want to put infrastructure as fast as possible, as quick as possible for everybody, so that the network can be deployed immediately. And this is exactly what we are doing. And of course, this requires a lot of capital. So this is why we are taking the company public.
Now, although it's still very early and there is limited information for us to form valuation, I do think it's important to produce preliminary numbers for targets based on the information currently available to help guide our price targets realistically. What we do know as of now is that there's a little over 10 million shares outstanding, and the CEO states that they've invested over $42 million in the company. I added that clip later in this video as well. So taking the $42 million invested into a company with only 10 million shares outstanding, that computes to a little over $4 invested per share. And of course, since anyone who goes into business plans on getting many multiples out of what they invested, let's assume a conservative 5x multiple is reasonable for this stage, giving us a $20 price target.
The team, where did you get the funding for all of this?
Okay, so basically what we did is my father and I have been working in various different platforms already. Like some parts of this platform has been developed since 2003, from closed loop banking systems right through to analog to digital video recording and conversions. We did the largest IP site in South Africa, which we did the installation of 364 IP cameras with more than 500 kilometers of fiber optic cables, which we laid in. That's around about 300 miles. And then what we did is my dad and I have always been working and, saving funds and just continuing on developing. And in 2014, actually, we met Rastislav Ashitschka, who's our CIO, and he introduced blockchain to us, and we started actually developing a lot of things there. And it's basically from our own funds, from other businesses that we did, other consultation work, transactions, and things like that we did. And yeah, we've spent over 42 million in cash for the investment over the past 6-7 years. We have over 125 people in the company, of which I would say probably 80 something people, I don't know the exact number, because we're getting new people every day, are software engineers. They all work full time. And yeah, so I can tell you the rest of the part if you would like, of the marketplace, if you want.
Sure. Well, I mean, we'll get into all that. I want to hear from the other members of the team too.
To conclude, I will just summarize what I'm looking for going forward. So the first thing that I'm looking for is a ticker change, followed by that would be a name change. It's very possible that the two of these will happen at the same time. I'm also looking for the company to update the OTC markets profile. All the information there is currently outdated and irrelevant, so that would be great. For that to be updated, it would be a step in the right direction, and it would make things look more legitimate. Another thing to look forward to would be the Nevada Secretary of State entity being updated. It has, again, irrelevant information from the previous owner, and that would also make them look far more legitimate. Those are the four main things. Of course, press releases and filings and financials would be great, but that's not something that's really on my radar for at least another 6 months, if not a year. And again, I'm going to link the full videos, those 2 videos that I used the snippets of in my video, so anyone can watch those full videos, full length, and I highly recommend people watch those videos.